Anong iniiwasan ng ating kaibigan?
Do you think po na may iniiwasan itong si Atty. Harry Roque kaya medyo parang nakikita natin na iniiwas niya yung sarili niya doon sa Lucky South 99 during the first hearing sa Congress?
I think that is the only possibility that we can think of, no? Bakit ba siya, why is he going around the bush? Why is he evading the fundamentals of attorney-client relationship? Why can't he admit that the moment there is meeting of the minds, the moment there is the client who solicited the service and there is the lawyer who rendered the service, it is automatically created. Why? Why can't he admit that? I am one with you in thinking about that possibility. Anong iniiwasan ng ating kaibigan? So yung sinasabi talaga ng mga tao, nag-trending ka, Mayora. That's how people of Mabini call me, Mayora. Mayora, trending ka. Hindi ko magets. Kasi the only thing I see is the one in YouTube, the one I see in Facebook, no? But if ever talagang nag-trending tayo, then we feel fulfilled because it only means that the people from around the world, should I say, because this is an internet world, appreciated our engagement in the committee, no? Siguro because it's Harry Roque. Because you know why? Since my day one in Congress, I'm always active in all my committee engagements. Kaya lang, syempre ibang level si Harry Roque. And some of my friends, lawyers also, are asking me, where did you get the courage to interpellate Attorney Harry Roque? No? So, like what I said earlier, it was my concern for the law students. It was a feeling coming from a member of the bar, which I am sure is the same feeling that the other lawyers are experiencing during the time that Harry Roque was doing his manifestation about attorney-client relationship.
So many are asking about you, a lot of netizens, because you up to today you are still trending. So
Why? Why are we still trending up to
because
today?
of the last hearing
Yeah.
about how you grilled Harry Roque. So a lot of netizens are asking, who is this congresswoman? So a quick backstory of how you got into politics and public service, so that our viewers and listeners, yun, they are asking about you and how you got into politics.
I will tell you the whole story. Huh? This becoming a congresswoman was never planned, was never intended, no? 2019, it was my husband's second term as mayor of Mabini. He was the one who intended to run for congressman. Kasi yung sinundan ko will be stepping down because that was his third term. 2022, he has to step down kasi last term na siya, no? So, my husband manifested his intention to run for congressman in 2022. So, what happened? As early as 2019, umikot na siya. Inikot na niya yung 6 na bayan. Mabini, Bawan, San Pascual, San Luis, Lubok, Tingloy. Nagpakilala siya tatakbong congressman. And then come December 2019, we were surprised. We were surprised by 2 consecutive fabricated cases of rape against my husband. Kung bakit ko nasabing fake? The complainant is a fictitious personality. The address of the complainant is erroneous. The address of my husband is erroneous. The notices of the prosecutor are all returned to sender. The notices of the court are all returned to sender. And in spite of all those, the court issued a warrant of arrest against my husband. Para yung bombang sumabog sa amin. Of course, the nature of the case of rape, no bail yan. Di ba? What is strange, yung palang warrant of arrest na yun was issued as early as parang September pa, 2019. Tapos, may nagbulong lang na kaibigan, December. And I had to take my part to look for that case. Ako pa ang naghanap. Until we were able to locate kung ano yung kaso. And to our surprise, may kaso nga. May warrant of arrest nga. May picture nga ng asawa ko. But the picture was a picture that was grabbed from the internet, no? Walang katabing babae. Siya lang. Nasa campaign. Yun. So, that was a very big blow to us. Kasi, this was during the time na maraming namamatay, you know? I don't know, but this was during the time na highly sensational yung issue ng EJK.
Yeah.
What I did, tinago ko po asawa ko. So, wanted siya. Di ba? Kasi lawyer ako eh. I cannot bear the fact na natutulungan ko yung ibang akusado tapos makukulong ang asawa ko for something which he did not do. For 2.5 months, malayo siya sa amin. Tinago ko siya. And I really requested him to follow what I want, no? Kasi ang gusto niya ay hospital arrest daw siya. Sabi ko, no. Sabi ko, ang drama ko pa ganito, for our entire marriage, wala akong ibang ginagawa kung hindi sumunod sa'yo. This time, ikaw ang susunod sa akin. So, tinago ko siya. After 2.5 months, after filing the petition for demurrer to evidence, yata yung final namin, petition to demurrer to evidence. It was granted and the court dismissed his case. I was able to bring him back dito sa Mabini. Naka-assume ulit siya ng mayor na Mabini. Iyakan ng taga Mabini. Dahil sa height ng emotion na ang mayor namin, muntik lang nakulong, naging wanted, pero nakabalik, no? Kaya lang after 2 weeks, kakabalik pa lang niya, we discovered another case. Rape uli. Same modus. Wala ulit complainant, fake ulit ang place of residence, return to sender ulit lahat ng mga notices. But this time, sinuwerte ako. Why? Inabot ko sa fiscal during the time na wala pang warrant of arrest. So we were able to cause the dismissal of the case at the fiscal's level, no? Ito pong mga pangyayaring ito sa asawa ko. I thought ito na yung magbibigay ng tuldok sa magulong buhay namin sa politika. Why? It happened only because he intended to run for congressman. Diba? He intended to run for congressman. So, ang sabi ko sa kanya, kalimutan na natin ang pagko-congressman mo. You just stay here in Mabini, tapusin mo ang termino mo, you run for your 3rd term as mayor. Yun ang sabi ko sa kanya. Alang, habang nagpapahinga kami dun sa Mabini, sa Pagalangit, dito sa aming tirahan sa Mabini, unti-unting nagdadatingan ng taga 2nd District. Leaders from Bawan, leaders from San Pascual, leaders from San Luis, Lobo, and Tingloy. Until they articulated, kung hindi tatakbo si Mayor Beatrix bilang congressman, we need you, Mayora. You continue his battle for congressman of Batangas 2nd District. At first, it was really a very heavy decision for me. Kasi ang priority ko talaga ay ang aking pamilya. My children, my husband, and since I got married, I learned to live within the shadow of my husband. Kung nasan siya, nandun lang ako. Kung saan niya ako kailangan, doon lang ako pupunta. Yun ang naging buhay ko when I married my husband, no? Kaya lang, dadating pala yung panahon na kailangan mong bigyan ng pagpapahalaga yung mga taong nagtiwala sa iyong asawa. So, anong sinasabi ng taga-Bawan? Mayora, paano kami kung wala kaming congressman? Ang sabi ng taga San Pascual, Mayora, paano itong mga leaders na umasa na sa iyo asawa? At taga Tingloy, Mayora, paano na po yung mga plano ni Mayor Beatrix para sa bayan ng Tingloy? Taga San Luis, Mayora, paano na po yung ipinangako ng inyong asawa na kilalanin ang aming bayan sa kanyang panahon? Yung taga Lubo, paano na ho ang pangarap namin magkaroon kami kababayan na congressman? So, I know I had the moral obligation to all these people. Kasi sila yung mga tao unang tumanggap at nagtiwala sa aking asawa. So my becoming a congresswoman started with returning the gratitude to all the people na nagtiwala sa aking asawa nung panahon na siya ang tatakbong congressman. Yes, ang asawa ko po ang sadyang kandidato, but because of the challenges that was thrown to us in view of his intention to run for congressman, I was forced to stand up and continue his battle for congressman of Batangas 2nd District. Sabi ko, perhaps this is God's will. Kaya napunta tayo sa mundong ito.
Okay, JDB ho. JDB Comments Pro Filipino. Actually, I get goosebumps sa storya ninyo. So, you always stand up, okay, para sa mga tao. And then, eto lang yung tanong, balik tayo kay Harry Roque. Kasi ganito ho.
Paborito mo si Harry Roque.
Paborito niya kasi tayong i-fake news eh. So, pareho tayo ng advocacy, itama natin yung minamali nila. Nung nilectura ninyo, yung sinabi ko sa commentaries ko nilectura ninyo si Harry Roque. Kasi he was denying na this is beyond my expertise. Nung ginawa niyo yun,
That was the second
Tapos,
interpretation.
actually, yung first din eh.
First din,
Yung first din.
beyond his expertise,
Sinabi niya rin na, hindi, yung sa first hindi. Yung sa second.
yeah.
Pero pareho nilecturean niyo eh.
Oh,
About the
okay.
principle in the first one.
Okay.
Diba? Ngayon, hindi ho ba kayo natakot na atakihin kayo ng mga full moronics?
That is why I always anchor all my questions on the provisions of law and the Philippine jurisprudence. Something which you cannot question. Diba? Kasi kapag ang ginamit mo sa interpellation mo ay authority sa batas, who can question you? You are citing a provision of the law. You are citing a Supreme Court decision. Who can question you? Tsaka, ako po as a lawyer, it has been my practice. I do not go against the person. I go against the issue. So, kung napansin niyo po, what I'm trying to establish is the fact and the issue. But I do not go into the personal issue of the person that we are interpolating. For as long as I can, because I cannot tell, mamaya in the future committee hearings, I might be tempted to go beyond the fact and the issue of the case already, no? Kasi minsan, di mo rin masabi yan eh. Minsan natetef ka, sabi nga ng ibang kongs, minsan nakakagigil na. That's why sometimes they cross the boundaries, no? Although, appreciated ko talaga yung aking napakahuhusay na chairman. Hey, shout out sa mga chairman ng Quadcom, no? Boss ko po lahat yan. I am really overwhelmed because I am a neophyte. This is my first term, and I was graced by the opportunity to work with the highly respected members of the 19th Congress. Sino yan? Chairman Dan Fernandez of Public Order and Safety. Actually, hindi ako member dun eh. Deputized lang ako ni SDS. No? Chairman Ace Barbers of Dangerous Drugs. I am a member. Chairman Paduano of Public Accounts. I am the Vice Chairperson. And Chairman Abante of Human Rights. I was about to be deputized until biglang na-create na yung Quad Committee. So, no need for deputization because all members of each of the four committee will automatically or became members already of the Quad Committee. No? So salamat po kay Speaker, salamat po kay SDS, salamat po sa ating leadership, at salamat po sa ating chairman ng 4 na committee sapagkat pinagtiwalaan niyo po si Beatrix, a neophyte, a first-termer congresswoman.
Last question. Labas tayo kay Harry Roque. Uh, as,
Pa, huwag ka mo maingay. Nagre-record sila. Okay.
Gusto ko lang pong itanong, dahil since you mentioned the SMR, si Speaker, how do you find his kind of leadership ni Speaker?
Sa totoo lang, ang sipag-sipag niya. At ito palagi ko sinasabi sa kababayan ko. During the time of BBM, during the time of Speaker, during the time of this administration, nakita at naramdaman nyo ang pera ng gobyerno. Diba? We have the AX, we have the TUPAD, we have the AKAP. Pag nagbabagong Pilipinas kami, may sibol, may isip, lahat. Ayuda yan. Diba? Mahirap man ang buhay. It is really inspiring to see. Nakitang-kita ng mga tao ang resources ng gobyerno. Something na hindi ko naramdaman at nakita nung mga nagdaang panahon. Kayo ba nakakakita ng mga payout in the past administration? I don't remember. I don't recall any. Pero sa panahon ni BBM, sa panahon ni Speaker, sa panahon nating lahat, what I am certain, lahat ng pera ng gobyerno, naramdaman at nakarating sa mga tao.
Okay, thank you.
Ito po kong RJ Angeles po. So, ano po ba mga projects niyo dito po sa Second District? Ano pa po yung future niyo po na proyekto dito po sa Second District po kung niyo po ilo-launch?
Doon muna tayo sa ongoing, no? We have an island here. We call it Tingloy. Pasyalan nyo nga.
Hello?
Tingloy, yeah.
Yeah, why not? The only access road is Mabini. The only access way is Mabini. No? Ito for the longest time, deprived ng opportunity. As a matter of fact, sabi ko nga sa mayor nito, if we will not work together, darating ang panahon, mauubos ang tao sa Tingloy. Bakit? Walang kali. Walang maayos na ospital. Walang college institution. Walang hanap buhay. Walang opportunities. So, when I was still campaigning for myself, candidate for Congresswoman, ito po'y ipinangako ko sa taga-Tingloy. Sa panahon ni Beatrix, tatapusin ko ang kaling iikot sa buong isla. We will call it Tingloy Circumferential Road. With the support of President BBM and Speaker Romualdez, yun pong kaling ipinangako ko, 4 na barangay na butas. And hoping na tayo po'y makatapos ng 9 na taon. Dahil ang pangarap ko po sa aking pagiging congresswoman, kilalanin ang Tingloy. Hindi lang sa lalawigan ng Batangas, kung hindi sa buong Pilipinas. Tingloy is part of the Verde Island Passage, which is one of the important bills which I passed already. Ano ba yung VIP? VIP is the center of marine biodiversity of the world. This is the hub, this is the breeding ground, this is the home to the most number of marine species of the whole world. Ang dagat po ng Tingloy at ang dagat ng Mabini are both parts of the Verde Island Passage. Well, I cannot comment anything about Mabini because my husband has completed all the infra program dito. Nakita niyo naman, ang gaganda ng kalye dito, di ba? It was during his time. Pero with Tingloy, the reason why I am fulfilled as a congresswoman, kasi nabigyan ako ng pagkakataon natulungan ang Islang Bayan. And I'm very positive. The moment the Tingloy Circumferential Road is substantially completed, dadagsa ang maraming resort, dadami ang trabaho, lalaki ang kita ng mga tao, at wala ng taga-Tingloy na aalis dun sa isla. Ang vision ko po, this is a reality, ha? Listen, ang panahon ko, lilipas. Ang panahon ng presidente, lilipas. Ang panahon ng mga mayors, lilipas. Ang panahon nating lahat ay lilipas. But I want to be remembered na sa panahon ni Beatrix, umunlad at nakilala ang Islang Bayan. PNS, PHW, minsan nga kamarites. Bakit, ha? Bakit? This is my concept of the House of Representatives. Kami mga congressmen, we are there because of these people. Di ba? We are the voice, we are the representative. In other words, kung wala ang mga taong ito, whom we represent, wala kaming congressmen, wala kaming congresswomen. So my real appreciation about the House of Representatives, it is not the House of Representatives. Indeed, it is the House of the people. And because of that appreciation, I started this congressional visit because that is my avenue of sharing to the people of Batangas 2nd District everything that we have in Congress. Because in my heart, everything that we have there, they rightfully belong to the people. No? The purpose of my congressional visit is to give an experience to my kababayan. For one day in their life, naranasan nila how to become a congressman. No? Nagkakaroon kami doon ng parang committee hearing. I make them stay in the committee room. I serve them with meal catered by the official caterers of the Congress. Pinaupo ko sila doon sa upuan ng congressmen. I allowed them to use the same microphone we use for committee hearing. And during the committee hearings, I address them as honorable congressmen and congresswomen. No? Kasi my objective for the congressional visit, maranasan ng aking mga kababayan dito sa Batangas yung karangalan na ibinigay nila sa akin bilang congresswoman. Because after all, kung wala sila, kung hindi dahil sa kanila, wala ako dun sa Kongreso. At ito palagi din sinasabi ni Speaker, this is the House of the People. Naririnig niyo ba siya? Minsan nga, we introduce the Speaker, the Speaker of the People. Di ba? Kasi we have the same appreciation. Even our Speaker appreciates the House, not as House of Representatives, but instead, House of our kababayan. No?